Whenever there is a crisis in the church, God raises great saints to reform it and to rid it of the evils that have crept in. It is for the fact that we are all sinners that this happens, and because we are all sinners that we are open to the abundance of God's mercy, tenderness, and grace to heal us and love us. Thank you for watching. My name is Lawrence McCrobie, and I am with One Step Closer Catholic Media. Well, this past week in the world of the Universal Church, we have certainly been shook with some disastrous revelations. And what makes these issues even worse is that they almost seem to be dividing us as Catholics. On one hand, you have those that deny any wrongdoing. This group moves into what can only be described as a defensive mode. Even though they may not actually have done the physical harm, they ultimately are creating unintended harm by trying to point the finger at someone else. And you have to remember that whenever you point one finger at another person, there are always three pointing back at you. Then you have those that admit there has been wrongdoings. They have apologized and are now looking for ways to stop future abuse and harm. This group is vocal that change must happen and that those who are trying to deflect are actually condoning the behaviors in the first place. It has been tough to be Catholic during this time. It's even been tough for me personally because I have been part of the Archdiocese of Washington for several years now and have met with Cardinal McCarrick on various occasions, always in the best light, and gained some amazing advice from the Cardinal. Now, I do call him Cardinal and not Archbishop because taking away a title does not negate the fact that he was once a Cardinal and has been through a great deal. We focus a great deal of attention onto the people that inflicted the pain and not focus on the people that suffered from it. See, this message ring clears even 2,000 years ago, and more precisely 1,985 years ago. Christ suffered. And while we remember that act, we often spend time speaking of those that crucified, those that did wrong, those that deceived Christ, those that denied Christ, those that didn't even believe Christ. But remember, it was not about those people, but about the sacrifice that Christ made for us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that what happened to those 1,000 children in the Pennsylvania grand jury document, or in the seminary at St. John, here in DC, or in Honduras, or anywhere in the world was good, needed, or benefited us in any way. But the focus should be on those that have suffered. Passing judgment is easy for us, but God calls us to love, provide mercy, and to forgive. We have been forgiven as sinners, and He has nurtured us towards salvation. Might it be time for us to forgive and to begin to move on so that we may help those who have suffered find peace, comfort, and the loving arms of God's mercy and compassion? Remember that whenever there is a crisis, God will raise great saints to reform it, care for it, and lead it towards God. God, in your loving compassion, please watch over us, keep us, and bless us with the strength to weather this and every storm that might come our way. And glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was before, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Thank you for watching. God bless.